Going live. You're live. Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. I really should have prepared better. I didn't know what song to start with, so I started with the first song that came into my head. Postman Pat is probably not a very good song to continue with, so what I'll do instead is I'll tell you what I've got planned. Hello to those of you who've just joined us. I'm going to do a gig, but I don't yet know whether I'm going to do what I usually do, which is covers at your suggestions, or maybe I should do some of my own songs. I don't know. I'm very ill prepared. You can see the state of me. I'm ill prepared. So when a suggestion comes in, if I can read it, I'll play it, and it'll either be, I don't know, TV theme tunes, songs from the hit parade, songs from my own oeuvre, other musical challenges. As soon as I see something I like to do, I'll do it and I'll get a start on. I've also got, you might be able to hear in the background, my partner Jade's over there. Hello. Say hello, Jade.
Hi.
There you go. So Jade's going to do some reading for me if the reading is coming too fast for me to see. Bim, 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 stealing food. Those are my songs. I tell you what I'll do. I'll start with one of my own songs. I'll start with my song about my grandma's food. I like that one. I'll do that one to start with. Where'd you get your food from, grandmother? I'm grateful that you feed me a lot. From the biscuits to the chocolate to the tea bags to the crumpets, you have products no one else has got. In other people's houses they have cornflakes and Kit Kats, but your cupboard hasn't any of these. You give me unbranded malt flakes and mysterious wafers and uniquely semicircular cheese. Where'd you get your food from, grandma? I'm puzzled by the packets you buy. I've never seen them on TV or in any supermarket, yet you somehow have an endless supply. To think of it, how long has that stuff been in your cupboard? And why'd you always offer me more? How come we never see you eating any of it yourself? Have you been keeping it in there since the war? Where'd you get your food from, grandma? Thank you very much. Thank you. Jade, who is currently acting as my secretary, you're going to have to read the comments for me because there's too many of you. Thank you so much for joining me, by the way.
They're coming in thick and fast, so I'm sorry I can't keep.
I'm going to have to rely.
Claire M would like Surfing with Patricia because it's her favourite.
Surfing with Patricia, that's a good one. I'm going to play a song called Surfing with Patricia, and it goes like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm surfing with Patricia Routledge upon the waves. I've just realized, by the way, this song makes a lot more sense if you know who Patricia Routledge is. So off you go to Google or Wikipedia, have a look for Patricia Routledge, and here comes the song. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm surfing with Patricia Routledge upon the waves of blue. I'm surfing with Patricia Routledge, just like I've always wanted to do. Just me and Patricia, there's nowhere cooler to be. I'm in love with Patricia surfing with me. Miss Routledge isn't a surfer, she can't keep up with me. I'm riding all the waves and she keeps on falling into the sea. Keep trying, Patricia, you're doing marvelously. I'm in love with Patricia surfing with me. She doesn't look too happy, she wants to be elsewhere. I know it's cold and I know it's stormy, but I won that competition fair and square. So I'm surfing with Patricia Routledge, riding my cares away. And I'll be surfing with Patricia Routledge until at least the end of the day. Stop crying, Patricia, I don't want people to see. I'm in love and Patricia's surfing with me. And Patricia's surfing with me. And Patricia's surfing with me. Thank you very much. I know it's very rude of me to say thank you when I can't actually hear you at all. It's very presumptive, but that's just what I'm used to when I do the gigs. In fact, even at the gigs, it's rude and presumptive. Jade, what shall I do next?
Can you play the Simpsons theme tune?
The Simpsons theme tune? I'll give it a go.
There's a couple of requests for that.
No, it's really hard. Turns out it's gone more than one note at the same time. Help, yes, I can do help. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now if I've changed my mind, I've opened up the doors. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you? Oh, the next bit's really difficult. I'm supposed to do a fiddly bit. Please, please help me, help me, help me. So what I usually do, welcome to all of you, by the way. What I usually do when I do these streams on Periscope is I do a mixture of, well, actually, usually I don't do my own songs too. I get you guys to request songs, except because it's YouTube rather than Periscope, there's too many of you. So I'm gonna read the stream. I do have a song called "I'm the Procrastinator," but it's so ridiculously out of date. I'll play it now. It's a song I wrote from 2005, and you'll see when you hear the lyrics how out of date it's gone. I'm rusty, by the way. I haven't played this song in a good, how many years has it been since 2005? 15 years. I am the procrastinator, make way for me. I will do everything eventually. But first I'll fold my clothes and pile them up in order so the largest thing is on the floor. And then I'll take my phone and get rid of the messages that I don't need anymore. I'll make a numbered list of things I have to do. Sit long on the toilet even though I don't need to. Build a playing card tower, have a power shower. Bite my nails, pick my nails, doing nothing never fails. La 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 la. I am the procrastinator, make way for me. I will do everything eventually. But first I'll go outside and get a bit of exercise by riding around on my bike. And then I'll go next door and spend hours talking to the guy that I don't even like. I'll take my posters down and put them up again. Go on my computer, log on MSN. MSN, MSN, who said MSN? If you go on MSN, a terrible thing will happen to you. You will sit and stare for hours, and people you don't like will talk to you. Don't go on MSN. Don't go on MSN. Don't go on MSN. Don't go on MSN. You say hi. They say hi back. You say, how are you? You say, good, thanks, how are you? They say, fine, thanks. And you'll say nothing else all afternoon. You know, 15 years later, I've realized this doesn't stand up. Good afternoon, don't go on MSN. Don't go on MSN. Don't go on MSN. Don't go on MSN. Build another tower, have another shower, paint my nails, eat my nails, doing nothing never fails. La 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 la. I am the procrastinator, make way for me. I will do everything eventually. Thank you. I'm very rusty. I've not done that in a good 15 years. Yes, it's too loud. Oh, I'm going to have to play a little bit quieter because the neighbors just over there can probably hear every single note that I'm playing.
They might also be in bed because we're probably.
That's true. They might also be in bed. So I'm going to... Oh, I saw some suggestions for Lollipop Factory. I want a job in a lollipop factory, tasting the lollipops on the conveyor belt, one by one, to check there's nothing wrong with them. Fine. Lollipops! I want a job in a lollipop factory, tasting the lollipops on the conveyor belt, one by one, to check there's nothing wrong with them. Fine. That song makes more sense if you've seen the music video for my song, I Want a Job in a Lollipop Factory, which is available here on my YouTube channel. Next...
The Skillshare song.
The Skillshare song.
Sing that without Mark.
Well, it depends which Skillshare song. There is a Skillshare song that Jade and I sang together, which goes like this. Skillshare, it's free for the first 2 months. Skillshare, his finger just came off. I'm gonna do some more. I'm gonna do some more of my own songs now. I saw some requests for the No More Colors song. Oh, that face tells me you don't want me to do the No More Colors song. I said, Jade she just glanced at me. She went, as if to say, don't do that one.
Lots of people requested BIM or Pretend You're Happy.
Pretend You're Happy. I'll do Pretend You're Happy. Why not? I'll do that one. That's not the key it's in. I'll do it here. Bloody hell. Oh, I'm not allowed to swear because I ticked a box earlier before I started the stream that says there'll be no swearing. So I'll soften it. Bloody hell. You could say that. It's fine. Bloody hell, the world is awful. Well, there's killing and starvation and injustice and religion everywhere. Everything is looking dreary. There's too many people in the world and far too much pollution in the air. Everything I used to love has turned to grit. All the world's gone bankrupt now and it doesn't look like things can soon improve. I'm noticeably older than I was, definitely fatter just because I no longer feel the need to move. Well, what do you do when the world around you makes you so depressed? What do you do when you've lost the motivation to get dressed? Pretend that you are happy and smile when you're feeling blue. If you pretend you're happy, you'll start to believe it's true. It's better to fake a smile than fill the world with woe. So just pretend you're happy and nobody will know. Bloody hell, the world is scary. 'Cause there's nothing but corruption and destruction and reality TV. Every day I slowly realize every single thing I used to know and trust is run by people just like me. One at a time I'm losing touch with my former friends, and lately it seems I never ring the contacts in my phone. Every time I breathe it could be my last breath, and I'm getting closer to my death, for which I will probably be alone. Well, what do you do when you've lost all the ambitions you once had? What do you do when the slightest inconvenience makes you sad? Pretend that you are happy and smile when you're feeling down. If your friends think you're happy, they'll still want you around. You'll realize it's important to be glad with what you've got. So just pretend you're happy and keep quiet if you're not. Pretend that you are happy and smile when you're feeling blue. If you pretend you're happy, you'll start to believe it's true. It's better to fake a smile than fill the world with woe. So just pretend you're happy and nobody will know. Thank you, and sorry, and thank you. Hey Jade, what should I do now?
I mean, there's been enough requests now. You have to do BIM.
There have been. Okay, I'm gonna. I have to do BIM. This has turned into. It looks like this is more like a gig of my own compositions rather than covers. But
there are a lot of Beatles song I don't know, which is
Maxwell Silver Hammer.
That one.
Not my second least favourite Beatles song, Maxwell Silver Hammer. That one, really. By the way, guys, let me know, can you hear Jade when she speaks? And to make sure that we can see her answer, like if you can hear Jade, type the word yes very clearly and loudly over and over again. So the question is, can you hear Jade? Hey, Jade, speak at normal volume.
Hello, this is me.
All right. So in come the answers as to whether we can hear Jade. Yes. There they are. So you can hear Jade. That's good to know. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Bim, bim, bim. This is, by the way, this is a very important song. This is a song that we used to sing when we were younger. It's a song that goes back for generations, and it's a true story. And here's the song. Bim, 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 bim. Second verse, same as the first. Bim, 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 bim. Third verse, same as the first and the second. Bim, 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 bim. Fourth verse, similar to the first, second, and third. Bim, 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 bom, bim, 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 bom, bim, 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 bom. Fifth verse, completely different from the first, second, third, and fourth. And then I held her in my arms for the last time. Sixth verse, same as the first, second, and third. Bim, 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 bim. The end. Thank you very much. Thank you. What should I do now? I'm going to instigate a rule from now on. The rule is, from now on, no more the Kinks, because the Kinks have been done. Otherwise, this might turn into a session where I only play songs by the Kinks. What's next? What's not been done?
A very special request from the Story Beast.
Story Beast. Check out, if you've not seen the Story Beast's YouTube channel, check him out because he's really good. He's a friend of mine. He's very good. What does the Story Beast want? And I've taken a risk here in case he says something I really don't want to do. What does the Story Beast want?
He wants Radiohead's There, but wants it black.
He wants Radiohead's There. In pitch dark, I go walking in your landscape. Broken branches trip me up. The problem with that song is not a lot of people know it, and it's a bit bleak. So I found a way of making that song more fun. If you play There on the guitar, but you slide it up one fret, it keeps you on your toes, and it sounds like this. Now the singing. In pitch dark, I go walking in your landscape. Broken. Well, that's Radiohead used up. I hope you're happy. What should I do now? A cover or one of my own? Obladi Oblada by the Beatles. So the thing about doing Obladi Oblada one syllable out is I've very much done this already over on my YouTube channel, but what they last for, I'll not give it to them. But what I'll do for the first time ever is when I do this at shows, I tend to stop, when I get bored, like after just the first couple of verses. So I'm going to endeavor for the first time ever to see if I can keep going for like almost a minute. Let's see what happens. These days I actually find it harder to sing the song normally than doing my weird syllable streak, but here we go. There's more than 2,000 of you. Good grief, why aren't you all at work? Desmond has a barrel in the market. Place Molly is a singer in the band. Desmond says to Molly, girl, I like your face. And in the evening she's a singer with the band. Obla, di obla, da, life goes on. Bra la 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 la, life goes on. Obla, di obla, da, life goes on. Bra la 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 la, life goes on with the cup. No, it is really hard. It is very hard, and I'm going to stop there. Thank you very much.
Mark Millington has asked for Test Crash Dummies, which we were listening to yesterday.
We were listening to Crash Test Dummies yesterday. We were watching on, they've got, is it called MTV Classic nowadays? They were playing the top 100 number twos of the 90s. And one of them was this one. I haven't played this in years, by the way. I am as rusty as an old bike. Once there was this kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school. But when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. He said that it was from what? No, said that it was from. Nobody wants that.
Do you want one of your songs or somebody else's?
Let's do one of mine. Why not?
Renault Twingo?
Oh, the Twingo song. Okay, it's been a while. I saw a Renault Twingo drive past today. If you see a Renault Twingo, you're on holiday. I love it when I see a Twingo. You never see a Renault Twingo just by chance. If you see one, it means you're probably in France. I love it when I see a Twingo. Well, a sad thing was announced the other day. The Renault Twingo is now available in the UK. I'll never see another Twingo. I'll never just a minute. Never see another Twingo. Well, now that's normally the best bit of the song, but what happened was Jade over there just guffawed at something. What's so funny in this? It better be good.
Someone asked you to take the top off, and I went, ugh.
Your reaction, that's your reaction. Someone else asked me to take my top off.
I'm supposed to be the one.
And you found it so funny. I'm gonna do one of my own again now. I'm gonna do a sad one because I feel like making you all miserable. By the time I'm 83, someone will take over me. He'll look like me on the outside, but it won't be me in there. I'll have all but disappeared long before. He and I won't think the same. He won't remember my name, and he'll treat you like a stranger, but he won't mean any harm, and he'll need you more than ever before. Make sure he's okay. Make sure he's alright. Tell him who you are every day, every night. He'll never know what to do. Sometimes he'll spill drinks on you. He'll quite often lose his temper, and I don't know what he'll say, but he'll tell nobody how scared he is. Make sure he's okay. Make sure he's alright. Please tell him who you are every day, every night. Make sure he's okay. Try to make him smile. Tell him about me maybe once in a while. Thank you, that was my sad song. And now here comes a slightly happier song.
We need a disclaimer.
A disclaimer?
You will do Tube Song at the end if people stop asking for it. Because it's
That's a pretty good deal.
up the feed.
Yeah, don't keep asking for the tube station over and over again. Some people who don't want the tube station.
Happen, just not yet.
It will happen. I'll tell you what, when I do indeed play the tube station, that will be how you all know that this is coming to a close. But it won't be yet. So what will I do? Okay, here's one. Humpty Dumpty, who, by the way, is an egg, sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. That's my improvement on that song.
Got a request for wow.
A request for wow? What's wow?
She moves in her own way.
Oh, as in... It's Monday, but I don't like this song. Wow, I don't really like any songs that include the lyrics. Wow, wow, I really don't like this genre of song. Africa.
So many requests.
There's a lot of requests for Africa. Okay. But I don't know the words very well, so you guys all need to sing along. Hear the drums echoing tonight. I hear the drums echoing tonight. I hear the drums echoing tonight. You know, it's harder than it looks. I hear the drums echoing tonight. Shirley whispers Serengeti. She's coming in 12:30 flight. Moonlit stars of birds of salvation. She's just deep inside. Frightened of this thing that I become. Hey Jade, are you laughing at me or the comments? Still I take a lot to drive me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more can ever do. I guess the rain's down in Africa. It's gonna take some time to tell that things you never had. And so on and so forth. Turns out I don't know that song anywhere near well enough to pull that one off. Skin sofa. All right, since we've got a few requests for it. Wait, what do you know? I'm sitting on a sofa while playing this song. It'll help you to imagine the disgustingness. This is the only song in my oeuvre that is in 5/8 time. So count along. Jade, were you laughing at the word oeuvre?
Yeah.
It's a funny word, isn't it? Can I interest anyone in my sofa? It's cheap, but it requires some extra care. It gets rather sweaty between the cushions, so be sure to keep it clean down there. Sorry about the rash from where I've been sitting, and the blisters from where I spilled bolognese. By the way, it's not normally this hairy. I've not shaved it now for several days. And don't sit there for too... Oh no, I've got the words wrong, is it? Oh, it's been a long time, is it? And What comes next after that first bit? And something about waxing it. And I've forgotten the word. Do you know what? Lockdown has been going on so long now that it's been so long since I've done a gig that I've forgotten my own songs. I've not shaved it now for several days. It gets worse. And if you do decide to wax it, please exfoliate to avoid ingrowing hair. And leave the curtains closed or it'll get a sunburn peeling everywhere. Ooh, it's got a nipple. It will keep you warm like no other sofa. But it comes out in goosebumps when it's cold. All stains come right out with soap and water. Not too bad for 89 years old. And don't sit there for too long or you'll get a puddle underneath your thighs. I hope somebody takes it. I don't want to know what happens when it dies. Skin sofa, skin sofa, skin sofa, skin sofa, skin sofa, skin sofa. Thank you very much. What shall I do now? Or shall I think of something myself?
We had a request for something in French.
A request for something in French. D'accord, je vais chanter une chanson en français. En fait, c'est la première fois que j'ai fait une chanson en français. J'espère que le français est good. Alors, voici le chanson en français. Et s'il y a des francophones qui regardent maintenant, j'espère que vous aimez le français. Voilà. That was very offensive and I'm sorry. Martin était un singe au zoo parc de Paris. Il aimait bien son pneu et son branche de bois aussi. Mais Martin n'était pas heureux, il rêvait toute la nuit de ce qu'il voulait plus que tout, des vacances, du ski. Il descendrait la montagne, il sentirait le vent. Et il ferait le court slalom, ce serait excellent. Mais il n'est jamais allé faire du ski, il ne pouvait pas y aller. Parce qu'il était un singe, oui c'est un singe qu'il était. Il racontait souvent cette histoire, tous ces singes amis. Mais chaque fois qu'ils l'ont entendu, ils n'ont que ri. Martin quitta vite son arbre, mais il ne pouvait pas échapper. La porte n'était pas ouverte, c'était fermé à clé. Il parlait avec le gardien, mais tout ce qu'il entendit n'était que ou a a i i ou a a i i. Il n'est jamais allé faire du ski, il ne pouvait pas y aller. Parce qu'il était un singe, oui c'est un singe qu'il était. C'était injuste mais c'était vrai, et Martin le savait. Pourquoi il criait tout le temps, ne peux-je pas y aller? Mais il ne pouvait rien faire, on dit que c'est la vie. Le ski c'est pour les humains, et le zoo-parc pour lui. Il pleura, pauvre Martin, et l'histoire se termine comme ça. Il resta dans son arbre jusqu'au jour où il mourra. Il n'est jamais allé faire du ski, il ne pouvait pas y aller. Parce qu'il était un singe, oui c'est un singe qu'il était. C'est un singe qu'il était. C'est un singe qu'il était. Shall I do that song in English now? For those of you that weren't following along, it's very similar, but it's in English. It goes like this. Before I do, yes.
Loads of comments asking us to put the comments in slow-mo, but I have absolutely no idea how to do it.
There's a way to put the comments in slow-mo?
But I don't know how to do it.
Surely the best way to put the comments in slow-mo is for all of you to just stop it. Well, while Jade is going to be fiddling with the comments to try and put them into slow-mo, hopefully that will work. And in the meantime, I'm going to play that song again, exactly the same, but this time in English. Martin was a monkey, he lived in London Zoo. He had a monkey tire and a monkey tree branch too. But Martin wasn't happy there, he sat and dreamt all day about the thing he wanted most, a skiing holiday. He'd shoot off down the mountain, he'd whiz across the snow. He'd slalom in and out the flags, he couldn't wait to go. But he never did go skiing, he couldn't go because Martin was a monkey and a monkey's what he was. He told his friends about it, they thought that he was daft. They laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. But he left his branch, he left his tree, he leapt upon the floor. But he couldn't leave the cage because a lock was on the door. He talked to the zookeeper, he asked to be set free. But she would never listen, cause she couldn't speak monkey. He never did go skiing, he couldn't go because Martin was a monkey and a monkey's what he was. He stood and looked out from the cage, it simply wasn't fair. Why did he have to stay inside when skiing was out there? That's the way life was, and there was nothing he could do. It seemed that all things had a place, and his was in the zoo. So Martin never got his dream, he simply sat and cried. He spent his life in London Zoo until the day he died. He never did go skiing, he couldn't go because Martin was a monkey and a monkey's what he was. A monkey's what he was. A monkey's what he was. Und jetzt auf Deutsch. I'm joking. I won't do that song in any more languages. I don't know anymore.
I keep getting told that in the top right, it's the settings button. We don't have a settings button.
Settings button? I don't see a settings button in the top right.
The only thing up in the top right is the thing that says toggle time stamps or something like that. So I don't know how to slow this down. Sorry, guys.
I'll tell you what, from the looks of things, we might do one of these again one of these days, sometime one of these days. And if we do, and when we do, we'll work it out before then.
Oh, what does this button do?
Don't press that button if you don't know what it is. That's a send feedback button. Press cancel. What I'll do, I'm going to resume normal service and I'm going to play another song.
Oh, no, did I mess it up?
I hope not. Here comes the next song. Little Japanese baby, what have you done to me? My life will be so complicated. Oh, by the way, if you're enjoying these songs and if you're enjoying the stream, then don't forget to please sign up to my Patreon, which is patreon.com/jforeman. And it starts from just $1. It has to be in dollars. It's an American website. It starts from just $1. And then for $5, you get your name in the credits of my videos. And then for $10, you get behind the scenes extra bonus stuff. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Where was I? Oh, here we go. Little Japanese baby, what have you done to me? My life will be so complicated now you have come to be. My wife went not so long ago on a business trip to Tokyo and came home with a nervous looking smile. By the time she said we'd have a kid, I completely forgot about what she did and thought I was your daddy for a while. Little Japanese baby, you look nothing like me. My friends are going to point and laugh now you have come to be. You probably should be really glad that you never met your real dad, 'cause I bet he was an evil, nasty man. Now don't be too demanding, please, 'cause I'm afraid I don't speak Japanese, but I'll bring you up the very best I can. Little Japanese baby, little Japanese baby, little Japanese baby. Thank you. That's the end of that song. Jade, you've been reading the comments more carefully than I have. What should I do now? What's coming in?
I've been trying to work out how to do the comment thing. Apparently, if you don't sing Streets of London, you are resisting the democratic right.
Tell me early, and the same for you where the sundown shine. Let me take you by the hand and send you the streets of London. I'll show you something that will make your Ralph McTell. Now what should I do? I think to make it more democratic and to make sure that more of you can get your requests in, I'm going to play only very short snippets of songs. So every time a request comes in, I'll play just a little bit of it. Yes?
My favourite song.
Your favourites?
10 Green Buttons.
All right. This is going to be this is a song that I do at my children's gigs. If you enjoy this, by the way, do come along to my shows, because in theory, my UK tour is starting again soon. Check out my website for hypothetical tour dates. I'm going to have to do a quiet version of this song for the neighbours. 10 green bottles sitting on the wall. 10 green bottles sitting on the wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, for God's sake, pick it up and put it back. The Duke is coming round. It took me ages putting all these bottles on the wall. And if the master sees one bottle even slightly out of place, he's going to yell at us and punish us and lock us in the cellar. So be careful with those bottles. If you break one, then he'll kill us. Don't you understand? He'll actually kill us. He'll slice us and he'll dice us and he'll cut us into ribbons and he'll tear off both our eyelids and he'll put them back the wrong way round. And there'll be 9 green bottles sitting on the wall. Thank you. What songs have been coming in for me to do teeny weeny snippets of?
Do you know what Alice's restaurant is? Because I don't.
Do I know what is his restaurant
Alice's restaurant?
Alice's restaurant? No. I don't. I'm sorry.
I don't know what it is.
I can't do it if I don't know what it is. That's in the rules. I have to know what it is.
Slightly Imperfect Girl?
Slightly Imperfect Girl, that's one of mine. Keep them. I tell you what, keep the requests coming in. Keep throwing them at me until I like one.
I'm trying to, but I'm also desperately, because everyone's complaining about
There's someone who keeps suggesting this song. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you have to find away for so long. Now, whoever's been requesting Mr. Blue Sky over and over and over and over again, will that satisfy you? I hope so. What shall I do now? John was quizzical, studied metaphysical science in the home. Late night nights all alone with the test tube. Oh, 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 oh. Maxwell Edison, majoring in medicine, calls her on the phone. Can I take you out to the pictures, Joan? But as we're getting ready to go, knock comes on the door. Bang, bang, Maxwell's silver hammer came down upon her head. Clang, clang, Maxwell's silver hammer made sure that she was dead. What a horrible song. It's my second least favourite Beatles song. My least favourite, by the way, is Don't Pass Me By, Don't Make Me Cry, Don't Make Me Blue. 'Cause you know, darling, I love only you. It's a terrible Beatles song. What's coming in now?
Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs. I could do dinosaurs. I'll put that on the maybe pile. What else is coming in?
I don't know. I'm desperately trying to solve this speed issue because
All right.
I can't read this fast and it's just a...
Well, Jade
Potato.
will try... Potato. I'll do the potato song.
That's a potato.
Oh, I know an even better. It's similar to potato, but, slightly more timely. Never watch a documentary about Boris Johnson before you go to bed, because you'll have a nightmare about Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson in my head. I was standing alone in my old school playground, purple leaves blowing everywhere. All my teeth started falling out, and Boris Johnson was standing there. Then I found myself in a game of Tetris, pieces landing on top of me. I tried to escape, but I couldn't move, and Boris Johnson was watching me. Never watch a documentary about Boris Johnson before you hit the hay, because you'll have a nightmare about Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson, go away! Then I was attacked by a swarm of babies, all with a hole where their face should be. The ground disappeared and I started falling, went so dark that I couldn't see. Then I was on top of a giant record, trying to run from the needle's eye. The universe turned inside out, and Boris Johnson stood idly by. Never watch a documentary about Boris Johnson before you hit the sack, because you'll have a nightmare about Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson, don't come back. Thank you very much. I saw the words "and Garfunkel" in there. I didn't see what the first half of it was. It was probably play such and such by Simon and Garfunkel, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to interpret that as maturely because I was getting bored of it. What should I do now?
Something by Blur?
Something by Blur. Yes, I do like a good Blur song. Shall I do some pop Blur or obscure Blur? Obscure Blur. What was that? Obscure Blur. Good idea, the internet. I'm going to do some obscure Blur. Beat the intro. The first person to successfully beat the intro wins a trophy. So far, you've not really stayed in touch. Well, I knew as much. It's no surprise that today I get up around 2 from a lack of anything to do. And I might as well just grin and bear it, 'cause it's not worth the trouble of an argument. And you have not really stayed in touch. The end. I brought that song to a premature end as well, because I think that song had made its point. I've seen a few requests for Scatman by Scatman John, so I'm going to do it. I'm the Scatman. And I've seen some more requests for my song about trousers. I'm going to play that now. I really like the word trousers. It's a word I'm going to sing a song about. In America, they never say trousers. They say pants, and I believe they're missing out. Just try it. Trousers, get your mouth around it. Trousers, trousers, what a funny sound. It can make you happy, and I'll show you how. Sing trousers, trousers, trousers. I really like the word trousers. It's an underrated, very funny word. When you use it to mean anything other than trousers, it's surprising and hilarious and absurd. That film was Trousers. Here's another one that'll cost 12 trousers. See, it's loads of fun. I've persuaded every single one of you now. Sing trousers, trousers, trow. What's that? Zuz, thank you. Wait right there, the internet. I'm gonna go and get something. Oh, no, the wall is fine. I didn't damage the wall. I'm gonna be right back in exactly 30 seconds. Oh no, that's not what I'm looking for. Where has the pile gone? There it is.
Very unprofessional.
I do apologise for the unprofessionalness. What I went to go and get, ladies, boys, gentlemen, and girls, is I've got a product to sell. I thought while you're here, I might as well tell you about it. You see, if you enjoy my songs, especially if you enjoy my family-friendly songs, I've got albums. Now, don't be fooled by the fact that these are physical CDs. You can download them. There is a digital download version of my albums, but here are the albums. One of them is called 20 Songs for Kids. The other one is called No More Colors. They both contain lots of the songs you heard today, plus loads more I didn't have time for. And you can buy them from my website, which is www.jforeman.co.uk. That website again, www.jforeman.co.uk, and then you click download albums or buy my albums, and then you can buy my albums, and here they are. You can also buy them in physical CD format if you're that way inclined, or a grandma. Yes, Jade?
Just so people can stop asking for it, can you do the Map Men theme tune, please?
Oh, for goodness sake. All right. Map men, map men, map men.
And now Button Moon.
Button Moon.
Yeah.
We're off to Button Moon. We follow Mr. Spoon. Button Moon. Button Moon. We're off to Button Moon. That's a lovely song, isn't it? It reminds me of Button Moon. I'm up for doing...
We've got a lot of requests.
I could do Caterpillar Sick. I'll tell you why, because Caterpillar Sick is available on my album No More Colors by Jay Foreman, available from your local Our Price. All right, I'll stop milking it. It's not available in Our Price. It's only available from www.jforeman.co.uk. And now here comes the... What song am I doing again? Oh, Caterpillar Sick. Okay.
I forgot.
Do you know, the next time I do this, I should have like a banner behind me that tells you my website address where you can buy my albums from. Anyway. My car runs on Caterpillar Sick, Caterpillar Sick, Caterpillar Sick. You heard me. My car runs on Caterpillar Sick, and amazingly it works. Excuse me. Did you know that Caterpillar Sick has all the properties of petrol, and it works about as well? It's good for the environment, according to the government, and you'll get used to driving with the smell. So my car runs on Caterpillar Sick, Caterpillar Sick, Caterpillar Sick. My car runs on Caterpillar Sick, and it's really, really expensive. Do you have the slightest clue how much I had to pay to build a caterpillar rig inside my flat? Have you ever tried to make a Caterpillar Sick? It's really hard, but you've never thought of that. To fill a tank of petrol, you need millions and millions, so many that I'm too afraid to count. I have to keep replacing them, they don't live very long, and when they're sick, it's just a very small amount. But my car runs on Caterpillar Sick, Caterpillar Sick, Caterpillar Sick. My car runs on Caterpillar Sick, but the very best thing about Caterpillar Sick is the sound they make if you listen very carefully late at night while they're working away. They make a noise like this. This is my job. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, it looks like we might be winding down, so let's do like maybe 3 or 4 more songs, and then we'll finish.
Can you just say that we've done Grandma's Food, you're not doing it again?
Oh yeah, so a lot of you might be requesting songs that I've done already and you missed it, but I'm sure, I don't know how this works because I've never done a YouTube stream before in my life, but I imagine if you do want to watch it again, it'll be available to watch again. So by all means, treat yourself. What should I do now to finish? Let's have Super Soaker. That's a song, a topical song that I wrote about the water cannon from like, I could play Slightly Imperfect. All right, here we go. I'm rusty though, it's a long time since I played it, but here we go. I don't know if the lyrics stand up. In fact, I'm concerned they don't, and perhaps I shouldn't do it. David Mitchell, you'll replace Stephen Fry when he dies. That's a true story as well.
There's a lot of requests for something I don't know.
I would like to leave this city. This old town don't smell too pretty, and I can feel the warning signs running around my mind. So here I go, still scratching around in the same old hole. My body feels young, but my mind is very old. So what do you say? You can't give me the dreams that are mine anyway. Half the world away, half the world away, half the world away. I've been lost, I've been found, but I don't feel down. That's not a bad idea. I'll do that one. It's usually a loud song, so I'll play it quieter than usual. When I'm born, oh, it will be the start of something grand. When I'm born, I'll grab my mother's finger with my tiny hand. I've been waiting in the dark for such a long time now. My parents gave up smoking just for me. Oh, I know I'll make it in the big wide world somehow, but for the moment something's bothering me. I haven't got any legs, I haven't got any legs. I think it's just down there they're supposed to grow. I haven't got any legs, I haven't got any legs. I have a very long, long way to go. I could be a great inventor, I could go so far. I could be a lab technician or a movie star, but I make myself so miserable when I look down. Still nothing growing where my legs belong. I've tried giving them more room, I've tried hanging upside down. I hope it's nothing I've been doing wrong. I haven't got any legs, I haven't got any legs. Gestation's very difficult and slow. I haven't got any legs, still haven't got any legs. I have a very long, long way to go. I'm feeling so excited now, I'm very nearly due. I'm coming any moment now, today's my big debut. No. Why are you looking at me like that? I haven't got any legs, I've been born without any legs. Oh, don't cry, mother, please try to be strong. I haven't got any legs, I'll never have any legs. I was right to be suspicious all along. Good grief, that song doesn't stand up. Well, that's the end of that song. What should I do next?
It's not a song.
It's not a song.
There are lots of requests for the Burroughs poem.
The Burroughs poem.
People are calling it the Burroughs song.
Oh, I see. So what these people are referring to is on my last video, which is a documentary all about why the London boroughs are the way they are. I explained what all the boroughs look like in the form of a poem.
Borough logo.
The borough logos in the form of a poem. Basically, the poem, if I can remember it off the top of my head and play the chord of A at the same time, goes like this. River, 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 leaf, text with website underneath, fox's head with eagle's palms, lots of boring coats of arms, flower, tree, 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 stolen from the BBC, very 90s, round and bold, painted by a 5-year-old, flappy triangles appeal, happy crown and water wheel, circle skyline, painty lame, looks like someone signed their name, swirly B and swishy N, boring coats of arms again, 8 blobs no one understands, that completes the, oh, it's hands. God, that's one of the weirdest things I've ever done. Reciting a poem from a video whilst playing the guitar. That's your fault, that is. You asked me to do it. What should I do now? Something perhaps a bit more normal. Radio 4? Oh, I'm very happy to do the Radio 4 song. It goes like this. Now, for only the reason that it's getting late and I will need the toilet soon, this is going to be my penultimate song, but I've had loads of fun. I'm going to do this again one of these days. There are 4.2k of you. Why don't you all have jobs? You shouldn't be here watching the stream. You should all be doing something useful with your lives. But I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you so much to all of you for tuning in your TVs. I'll see you again soon. And here comes the penultimate song. It's my song about Radio 4. In a world of noise and ignorance, there's a place called Radio 4, where they calmly tell you only what you need to know. But the last time I tuned in, I heard someone's voice I knew from before, 'cause he went to school with me in the year below. I don't know what to think anymore. I don't believe in Radio 4. I can't accept the authority of someone who used to be younger than me. I don't think I'll tune in anymore. I don't believe in Radio 4. It never will be the same to me. All the world was fine and we were safe until I last heard Radio 4. The human endeavour showed signs of doing well, but it's now become an institution I just can't love anymore. If crying shorty milk dandruff's there as well. I don't know what to trust anymore. I don't believe in Radio 4. A simple human's fallible views can't be true and it can't be the news. Nowhere to look, I stare at the floor. I don't believe in Radio 4. I don't believe in the BBC. I don't have any faith anymore. I don't believe in Radio 4. I'll have to face the world on my own, slightly scared and so very alone. What will I use my Radio for? I don't believe in Radio 4, and certainly not in Radio 3. Thank you very much. So that's very nearly it from me. I just want to say again, genuinely, thank you. I had no idea there'd be this many of you. So thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed the songs, do go to my website, www.jforeman.co.uk, and click buy my albums. There's also a Patreon, which is lots and lots of w's.patreon.com/ or indeed / depending on your persuasion, J Foreman, and you can sign up for just $1. So thank you very much indeed. I'm going to finish with a song that I've been resisting for quite some time, but lots of you asked for it, so I guess I might as well. Shall I finish with this one? Yeah. No more requests. So you are by all means welcome to send your requests, but we're going to cheerfully ignore them. So here comes the last song, and it's a list. Rather than a song, it's a list. It goes like this. Hornchurch, Ickenham, Hainault, Coxters, Ravenscourt, Park, Bromley, Levi. Can't I?
No, you put it properly. quickly.
Well, now, just a minute now. I'll explain what I'm doing. You see, normally when I do the song that's a list of every tube station, the first bit is just like a spoken word list. I thought I'd challenge myself and I'd do the spoken word bit to a tune. It's harder than it looks. You got confused.
Sorry, I should not have interrupted. I apologise profusely.
That's okay. I forgive you profusely. And now, here comes the song. I've lost my place already. Oh, yeah, the beginning. All right. Hornchurch, Ickenham, Hainault, Cockfosters, Ravenscourt, Park, Bromley, Bibo, Morden, Monument, Mornington Crescent, Paddington, Plaistow, Pimlico, Dagenham, Heathwaite, Elephant Castle, Richmond, Sloane Square, Becontree, Brixton, Barbican, Chorleywood, Amersham, Eastcote, Alberton, East Finchley, Kenton, Kennington, Fairlock, Farringdon, Mile End, Brownscourt, Maida Vale, Barking, Barkingside, Debden, Hammersmith, Vauxhall, Wembley Park, Tottenham, Hale, Northwood, Oakwood, Wood Green, Woodford, Colliers Wood, and then Croxley, Charing Cross, King's Cross, St Pancras, Brent Cross, Hatton Cross, Osterley, Ballanborough, Chesham, Hampstead, Loughton, Leighton, Leytonstone, Stanmore, Snaresbrook, Greenford, Northolt, Northfield, Southfield, Marylebone. I've just realised a lot of you might be thinking that I'm cheating and that I'm reading these. So to prove that I'm not reading, I'm going to do this next week with my eyes closed. Marylebone, Kingsbury, Queensbury, Queensway, Queens Park, Park, Royal Oak, Burnt then Aldgate, Southgate, Highgate, Moorgate, Notting Hill Gate, St Paul's, Neasden, Oxford Circus, Piccadilly Circus, Lambeth, North and Northgate Park, Upton Park and Westbourne Park and Wimbledon Park and Stonebridge Park, Warwick Avenue, Waterloo, Watford, Walthamstow Central, Woodmanstead, Hounslow, Weston, Hounslow, Easton, Eastham, West Ham, I'm going to open my eyes again because, first of all, I think I've made my point, and second of all, I think I probably look silly. Also, I've got to keep my wits about me. You know, what if there was a fire or a war? Brent Cross, Hampton Cross, Osterley, Ballanborough, Chesham, Hampstead, Loughton, Leighton, Leytonstone, Stanmore, Snaresbrook, Greenford, Northolt, Northfield, Southfield, Marylebone, Kingsbury, Queensbury, Queensway, Queens Park, Park, Royal Oak, Burnt Oak, then Aldgate, Southgate, Highgate, Moorgate, Notting Hill Gate, St Paul's, Neasden, Oxford Circus, Piccadilly, Piccadilly Circus, Lambeth, North and Northwick Park, Upton Park and Westbourne Park and Wimbledon Park and Stonebridge Park, Warwick Avenue, Waterloo, Watford, Walthamstow Central, Wittmanstead, Hounslow, Weston, Hounslow, Eastham, Eastham, West Hampstead, Honeybridge, Knightsbridge, Redbridge, Londonbridge, Uxbridge, Peterborough, Leicester Square, Gooch Street, Baker Street, Bond Street, Warren Street, Hall Street, Liverpool Street, Edgware, West Acton, West Harrow, West Finchley, Kew Gardens and Lancaster Gate and Garnersby, Westminster, Upminster, Rossers Way, Euston Square, Tolchurch and Whetstone, East Putney, Ealing, Broadway, Fulham, Broadway, Tooting, Broadway, Arsenal, Stockwell, Chigwell, Seven Sisters, Black Horse Road, Blackfriars Temple, East Acton, Oval, Bow Road, Colindale, Archway, Angel, Upminster Bridge, Clapham Common, Clapham North and Clapham South and Smith's Cottage, Acton Town and Camden Town and Chalk Farm and West Kensington, Canning Town and Kentish Town and Sudbury Town and West Brompton, Baden, Boys Tooting, Beckham, Stamford Brook, South Kensington, South Kensington, Rickmansworth and Mansion, House and Marble, Lot, South Wimbledon, Dollars Hill, Ganshill, Grange Hill, Surrey Hill, Tower Hill, Hillingdon, Aldgate East, Southwark High Barnet, Earlscourt, Bayswater, Kenny, Victoria, Mill Hill East, High Street, Kensington, Kensington, Olympia, Ealing, Common, Bermondsey, Heathrow Terminals 4 and 5 and Heathrow Terminals 1, 2, 3, Epping, Euston, Kilburn, Park, Telfontaine, Latimer, Cannon Street and Cannons Park, Embankment, Canada Water, South Ealing, South Harrow, South Kensington, South Woodford, Canary Wharf, Harrow and Wealdstone, North Acton, North Ealing, North Greenwich, North Harrow, North Wembley, Highbury and Islington. Sing along! Caledonian Road and Edgware Road and Finchley Road and Gloucester Road and Goldthorpe Road and Holloway Road and Latimer Road and Preston Road, Elm Park, Regent's Park, Green Park, Holland Park, Hyde Park Corner and Upney, Moor Park, Tattle Park, Chiswick Park, Newby Park, Finsbury Park, Roding Valley, Hendon Central, Hounslow Central, Wembley Central, Belsize Park, Finchley Central, Covent Garden, Tottenham Court Road, Woodside Park. Nearly finished. Wood Lane, Hanger Lane, Chancellor Lane, Reynolds Lane, Tabard Lane, Turner Green, Buckhurst Hill, Goddard Green, Cattle Green, Potts Green, Steny Green, Gods Green, Bethel Green, Harrow on the Hill, Arnold's Grove, Labrador, Boston Manor, Manor House, St James Park, St John's Wood, Shepherd's Bush Market, Shepherd's Bush, Harsden, Holborn, Northwood, Hill Stratford, White City, Whitechapel, Hurlston Junction, Wimbledon, Ruislip Gardens, South Ruislip, West Ruislip Manor, Great Portland Street, Dagenham East, Bounds, Green, Battersea, 9, Elms, and Bank. That's all of them. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Thank you for joining me. Thank you very much indeed. I'll see you again soon. Thank you. Goodbye. Hang on, I had to turn this thing off. How did